Ayo, Shipmaster, Halo Infinite comes out today. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Hope you enjoyed that new Halo intro. The wait and the drought is finally over. I can't believe I'm saying this, but just a few hours from now, at the time of me recording this, I will be playing Halo Infinite's campaign. I wanted to make December 8th, 2021 a day I will remember forever, considering many of you who may be watching this were around and old enough to be able to experience the launch, the amazing launch at that was Halo 3, and I was only 6 years old at the time. I am currently 20, so I wanted to make Halo Infinite my version of the Halo 3 launch. So I met up with a lot of other Halo fans from a cosplaying group called the 405th Pacific. Link to them down in the description below. Please go give them some love and support. These guys are awesome. They make cosplaying feel like a family and very educational and not toxic. So please, if you're into cosplay, please go check them out. So myself and a few Halo friends of mine that I've known since I was a little kid, we all drove up to Bakersfield to meet up with some 405th Pacific members to celebrate the Halo Infinite launch, and this is how it went. Now, if you know me personally or have been following my channel for a while, you know I love Halo. And to a lot of us, myself included, Halo is much more than a game. There's a community behind Halo, and I think that's the best part about what makes this game franchise so different than any other I've ever been a part of or seen in my entire lifetime. So, in celebration of Halo Infinite's launch, I reached out to a few Halo community members and content creators to see what they are most excited for about Halo Infinite's campaign, as well as what they love most about Halo. Now, in order to obtain these files, I did have to channel my inner Benjamin Giraud, so please leave a like on this video because Oni's probably hunting me down right now, so please, I'm scared.
Hey guys, Hidden Xperia here. So what do I love most about Halo? Well, I think it goes without saying, but the story. I've been following Halo's story now for 20 years-ish, give or take, around 2002 time, which is, considering I'm 25, a large portion of my life. I'm not going to sit here and try and do the quick maths, because, well, I can't, but it's a lot of my life spent following Halo's story, with the games, and also the books, and the comics, and all the extra universe stuff. Everything, I love it all, and you know what, that feeds perfectly into the second question, what am I most excited to see people kind of react to with Halo Infinite? The story. I genuinely am so excited to see people's reactions and thoughts on certain bits of this story, because it's a good one. Let me tell you, it's a good one. So thank you, Zinghelios, for having me on, dude. Thank you all for watching, I appreciate it, and roll on the next person. Oh, whoops, did not mean to do that. Roll on the next person.
What I love most about Halo is its world building with its lore and the civilizations that Halo has within it, especially when it comes to the Covenant, the Sangheili, aka Elites, Brutes, Jerohani, that kind of thing. And one thing I'm most excited about with Halo Infinite's campaign is seeing the Banished, seeing all their brutal glory to bear. I'm most excited about seeing Escharum. I'm very glad to see the return of the Brutes. We haven't seen them since the days of Halo Reach, and it's very welcoming to have them back as enemies in a first-person Halo game. And it's also very, I'm also very excited to see the return of classic Elite looks. And yeah, I'm very excited for Halo Infinite.
The thing I love most about Halo has to be its community. It's passionate, it's magical, and it's pretty much just one big family. The thing that has me most excited for Infinite's campaign has to be what's Chief's next adventure going to lead him to, and how his journey is going to continue from there.
You know, probably could have done this better, but here we are. So, what makes Halo Halo? It's my favorite part about Halo. Well, let's be honest, it's a lot of things. It's the environment, it's the sandbox, it's the music, it's the 80s military sci-fi aspect of it. But overall, it's the atmosphere. You just feel like the Chief when you're playing Halo. It's a pretty great feeling. And being that super-powered Master Chief for a video game takes you out of reality for those brief periods, brief moments where you're just having a great time, either by yourself or with friends, playing through a great story, saving humanity. What's not to love? And the Infinite marketing has been some of the best since Halo 3. So I'm extremely excited to play through the Infinite campaign, probably right after I finish this video. So thanks for inviting me to Zane Helios. Crowcast Chris out.
What's up, everyone? It's Ohana Johan here. There are a lot of things that I love about the Halo franchise, but if I had to choose one thing, it would be the presentation. And what I mean by that is the art style and the music. Halo has been a part of my life since I was a very young kid, and so that main theme and all of those iconic enemies like the grunts, the elites, the weapons, the armor, all of those things are just so kind of ingrained in my head. So when Halo 4 and 5 came around, I didn't really connect with them as much because they didn't really feel like that to me personally. So when the Halo Infinite trailer dropped in E3 of 2018 and I saw that iconic Master Chief helmet, I was ecstatic. The King was back. Speaking of the King being back, we got a campaign coming up. So the thing that I'm most excited for in Halo Infinite's campaign is probably the story. I really like what I've been seeing from these trailers, specifically the dynamic between the Master Chief and the weapon. It's really got that, grizzled veteran that just lost their partner gets paired with a naive rookie, and I really am interested to see sort of how that dynamic takes shape, as well as kind of uncovering the mysteries of, what happened to Cortana, what's going on with the Banished, all of that different stuff. And also just exploring this very large and vast world that is bigger than any campaign we've ever played. So I'm super excited. It's been 6 years since the last mainline Halo game, so I am super excited. It's been a long time. I just hope it was worth the wait.
I think my favourite thing about Halo has to be its factions and characters. When I first played Halo on its original release date in 2001, I remember opening the booklet inside the game and reading all about all the different species of the Covenant, their strengths and weaknesses, as well as their population numbers, and being so amazed by all of their designs, especially the elites. Something is just so special about the Covenant that even to this day, I can't think of another faction that comes close to being as interesting and well designed as they were. To then have their story be told in Halo 2 in such a cinematic way was incredible, and hand on my heart, Thel Verdam and Shipmaster Artas Verdum are some of the best characters of all time. But not only the Covenant, the Flood as well was so interesting, and the Gravemind speaking through almost poetry made for such a terrifying foe that added to the world, as well as 343 Guilty Spark. Every enemy worked so well to make this game worth playing. You had a reason to want to complete missions and save the world. They weren't just easy things to shoot at. There was a reason why they were a threat, and that for me made this game so interesting and made me want to play it over and over again. If Halo didn't have good enemies, it would have fallen flat in my opinion, and that was evident with Halo 4 and 5. But the characters in the UNSC as well were also personal to me as a player. Sergeant Johnson was relatable, and you always loved seeing him within the game. Cortana was a great character to have with you at all times and had good banter with Chief, and all the other cast made for such a rich narrative. And there is a reason why Johnson and the others are still loved to this date. The writing made them so likeable, as if they were family. What I am looking forward to in Halo Infinite is that intimacy again with these new companions we fight with, that being the weapon and the pilot. I hope they create that rich dynamic that we had in the Bungie games, but as well as that, I am just excited to fight against this fantastic faction of the Banished. They are such a great faction, and I just can't wait to get into that sandbox once again, experiment with all the different weapons and take down all the brutes, elites, jackals, and even the new Spartan killers. I can't wait to get going.
What's up everyone, it's General Heat here, also known as General Kid. So, what I love most about Halo is actually the campaigns. Not just the story though, which I also love a lot actually. But what I love specifically is the fact that compared to a lot of other FPS games, Halo campaigns, whether intentional or not, have so much potential for exploration. There's so many ways to do things like get out of maps and just explore. Sometimes you find interesting things hidden outside of maps, and sometimes there may not be anything out there, but even then, you still get a nice view of the scenery, which is still fun to do in campaign. And that brings me to what I'm most excited for with Halo Infinite's campaign, which is the potential to explore the world of Installation 07. It's a huge world for sure, a huge map, and I'm sure there are many, many mysteries and secrets still waiting to be unraveled. I definitely can't wait to start exploring, and I'm sure it'll be every bit as fun as exploring in previous Halo games. So that is something I am really looking forward to with Halo Infinite's campaign.
So what do you love most about Halo, and what has you most excited for Halo Infinite's campaign? Well, for me, the thing that I love most about Halo has always been that there's something to do for every single type of player. Whether you're a person that likes custom games, ranked matchmaking, social, the campaign, whatever it is, Halo has a full suite of different game modes that you can check out that lets you try out all sorts of different things and have fun with it. Sure, currently in Halo Infinite we don't have all that with the full suite of Forge and custom games and everything like that, but in previous Halo games we obviously did, and eventually Halo Infinite will be the same. As for what has me most excited for Halo Infinite's campaign, for me it's just being able to explore another Halo world. Being able to figure out the next part in Master Chief's story and see exactly where 343 decides to take it.
What do you love most about Halo, and what has you most excited for Halo Infinite's campaign? I would say that there's a lot of things I love about Halo. It's the lore, it's the community, it's the artwork, it's the creativity of it. But I would say that, God, this is going to sound so cheesy, but it's just the fact that Halo has the ability to bring so many awesome people together. Like, I would not have a lot of amazing and awesome friends were it not for the amazing people in the Halo community. So I would say, even though, sometimes Halo's community could be a very, very toxic place, especially on the Bird app, I would say it's the community, absolutely. Just because the amazing, wonderful memories I've been able to build because of it has just helped me in so many different ways. What has me most excited for the campaign? I would say that the campaign what has me most excited for the campaign is really just, I mean, let's just think about it like this. I was 11 years old when Halo 5 came out, so, you know, kind of a big deal because I am 17 now, and in 6 months I am an adult, in the States at least. So yeah, I would say I'm just excited to play a new Halo campaign, a new Master Chief campaign. Especially the open world aspect. If there's like a specific part of the campaign that excites me, but also makes me kind of nervous, I would say it's the open world. At first, I was worried it would be like Far Cry, I guess, because, I mean, I can see why people like Far Cry, but it's not really my thing. But from what I'm hearing, it seems like a really, really, really great open world campaign. So I can't wait to see it.
Hey there, my name is Colby Payne, and I was a campaign level designer on Halo Infinite. I'm really excited for Halo's launch for a couple of reasons, but mainly as a developer, I'm really excited to see how players experience the outposts on Zeta Halo. I worked on a lot of the outposts, a lot of the level design there, and when you're designing these spaces, in Halo Infinite, you can tackle these outposts however you like, so you can come at any angle. And I'm really curious to see how players experience all these outposts differently than the way I designed them for, because when you're designing these, there's multiple ways you can enter, but you're not going to catch everything, and players are going to find out new ways and different ways that I never even thought of how players can go on and take on the outpost. So I'm really excited to watch just a bunch of different POVs and how different clips on Twitter, on YouTube, Twitch. I'm really excited to see how players just jump into the things that I created, because with how open Halo is, there's going to be a lot of things that I never would have thought that I could have done while designing these spaces. So as a developer that worked on it, I'm really excited to experience just experience how players take on the challenge that I created for them. And then as just a fan of the series, I'm just really excited to watch the whole story from start to finish, because I never really got to see all of the cutscenes. A lot of the cutscenes were still in progress, and I'm really excited to see the full cutscenes come together and play the game from start to finish, because when you're playtesting and designing for the game, you mainly focus on your areas, and you get to see things come online every now and then. But I'm just excited to jump in and just play that thing from start to finish and try to 100% as much as I can, and just really take on the whole game as a fan of the series instead of as a developer that worked on it for 2 years. So I'm really excited for the campaign. It's gonna be really fun.